Yeah, it's a good looking website.
Beautiful website, Patrick. How you doing today? You, sir, are unmute. Can't unmute because
Sorry, guys. Happy New Year to all three of you. Wishing everyone a peaceful, prosperous, amazing 2026 to all three of you, your families, all the listeners, and hopefully MCG, ICM, Meteor, everyone goes from hundreds to thousands to billions to trillions.
There we go, baby.
manifesting.
You hit the ground running. I feel like I just watched Patrick's. I'm like on Christmas break here, talking with the family, and I'm just watching Patrick's Twitter the entire time. He's running around Geneva, running around other places. You've been busy though, huh?
I try to keep myself busy. I've been difficult to keep my energy in place. Romans on my back saying, "Oh, don't post this, don't post this." But I've been trigger happy. But I know I didn't want to disturb people's holidays, so tried to restrict it. So today we have something big coming.
You got a nice. Well, okay. Well, we want to get into something big here, but you got a nice tree in the back there, looking good.
Nice little tradition.
Yeah. Did you manage to celebrate the holidays? I remember you were saying that you're not much of a holiday person.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a holiday person, but I did manage to get a lot of sleep in. One of the things I want to do for 2026, I mean, you guys have seen me in Abu Dhabi. That's just traveling nonstop. But apart from essentially for Empulser related business, I'm not going to travel as much as I have been. So I'll be taking longer trips and making more strategic decisions in terms of where my time should be spent.
Nice. Where are you right now, currently?
I'm in London right now, and I'm going to be in the States in mid-January.
Awesome.
Okay.
Are there presents under that tree? You said there would be presents under the tree, Patrick. We got to see the presents.
They've been opened and eaten and taken away. So
what about presents?
But I have a present, but it's not under the tree. It's here.
Let's get into it, Patrick. You got a new website. Website's looking good. We want to get into the presents. Before we get into the presents you have for the people here, clarify this with me. 6+ active operations. What does this mean?
It's a combination of. I was just listening before I got on. It's just a combination of we're going to start selling some of the products. Some of the products we're going to talk about today. And existing products include LifeFinder, some of the new products, which will have the Fortitude engine. And then in mid-January, one of the first meetings I'm having in the States will be, again, in 2-3 weeks, we'll have another announcement, which will be a big strategic thing going on. I won't say too much until we sign and get things done.
Interesting. Okay, so we have LifeFinder confirmed as one of the 6, and then 2, you said the engine is the second one. We have 4 more that have yet to be revealed. Is that?
Yeah, correct. But it won't be done all today. We have to restrict the excitement for everyone.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think we just then maybe get into what's new with you. Maybe you take the leader.
I'm just got my phone right now. I'm on X. I'm going to post something. I don't know if you want to bring up the Empulser post.
I already got Empulser up.
3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, I'm pressing.
Whoa. Switch to it, Don. Switch to it.
I'm trying to, man. I'm reloading.
Exclusively live on MCG as usual. So
as usual.
I hope the guys are watching. Okay, let's go. It's posting. It might take a bit of time.
Oh, okay.
It will include a post and it will include a video. And I'm posting it on HD quality, so it should be pretty good. Okay,
awesome. We'll watch the video live too.
Yeah, we're gonna watch it live right now.
It's refreshing here.
Yeah. I hope everyone is watching and getting excited. Roman and I've been waiting for a couple of weeks now to get this. Okay, it's been posted. Let's go.
All right. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Okay. Before I get into it, we gotta read.
Okay,
introducing S-Drone. Oh, let's go. We've been waiting for this too.
Oh.
Okay. Continuously airborne, silent, autonomous, powered by CPT, paradigm shift in capability and function at the cost. At a fraction of the cost, non-upgrade, new infrastructure. AI is everywhere. Power will decide who wins. Empulser solves power permanently. Unplugged, unstoppable. Guys, let me know if you can hear this when I play it. I want to make sure the volume's up.
No volume.
No volume.
All right, let me not spoil it. Got to stop sharing. This is a StreamYard thing that always happens. Okay, without further ado, you guys can see it. All right.
Almost. Yep. Good.
Oh, yes.
Ooh,
Gotta
reserve your
clap that
evolution kit. Yeah, of course. Let me pause it here. We'll clap that up.
Gotta
This
clap
seems
that
to
up,
be
man.
like
Like-
what we've been waiting for, right? I think everyone's been like, we need to see the drone flying permanently forever. Is that what we're looking at here?
It's part of it. Basically, what this is, it's the S drone. S stands for Swift. Obviously, everyone knows the Swift is a bird. The Swift is one of the strongest endurance birds in the animal kingdom. It flies 10 months in a row from Europe to Africa and back during the migration season. Roman keeps saying it eats, sleeps, shits at the same time for those 10 months while flying. This is what we're trying to do. So that's the reference to the name S-drone. It's a system which is powered by AI. We're going to go through some examples with you today in terms of numbers. What are the use cases? You can grill Roman on Thursday in terms of more the tech capabilities. I'm talking more about the business side and the macro side as to what this is possible. So this is not, Empulser is not a AI drone company. We are autonomous infrastructure operations, right? The CPT makes persistence possible, and the AI makes persistence intelligence, right? So for example, we've done a case study on the LAPD, right? They spend 46.6 million a year on 17 helicopters in their crew for both police, rescue, and operations and so forth. They can only do 4 hours airborne at one time. They need a crew of at least 4 people at any one time, and it needs training. What we're able to do is have 6 days airborne and 1 day for maintenance. What we're able to do is constantly having these drones up in the air if needed. So that's one thing. Obviously, costs, we can go in a bit deeper, but this will be the main driver. Will be at the same time, it's constant monitoring. It's much more cost effective. It's much more quiet. And roughly, there's 7,400 metric tons of CO2 emitted per year by the helicopters alone. What we're able to do for that is then help not just protect the people at distance, but also to able to reduce emissions as well. Now, because of the AI-enabled drones, what will able happen is the machine learning will also help to collect patterns, behaviors, and stop things from happening in terms of violence or maybe disasters from happening before they actually do. So that will be another thing that will keep on getting better and better. So for 2026, the big plan is to try to scale and roll out the S-drone, which is more than just a drone. It's actually a complete autonomous system that will help for, first and foremost, the emergency and policing systems. But later on, they will also have other uses such as agriculture, search and rescue, and other industrial uses.
Hey, Patrick, we're getting a little feedback in your background where the mic is not picking up your voice there just at the very end. I don't know if you have someone typing or whatnot.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack here. At the very end, it says reserve your kit today. I think it's the S-Drone kit, or reserve your evaluation kit today. Could you, what's the evaluation kit? Where do people reserve? Like, what does
Okay,
that mean?
great question. So what we're doing today is one of the things what we wanted to try to provide to a lot of the loyal support that we have is to give access to some of our fans, as it were, to be the first ones to reward their loyalty, to be able to pre-order some of the items and the products. So I can't tell you what the answer is right now, but in terms of time frame. But what we will do is the page in the website later on will have a few different functions. One of them will have a comment section where people can put in like what do they want, what do they think can add value or contribute. That's one. And then second one is if people want to make an order, they can do so. And we're still working out the economics in terms of, is it possible for token holders to use potentially tokens to trade in for product?
Interesting. And is this specific S-Drone here, the device, using your the engine you showed us in the last?
Correct. So the Fortitude engine is inside. We haven't disclosed everything inside for the purposes of the patents. Roman will dissect much more in detail with you guys in terms of how it works, the weight, how long it flies, how does it take off, is it vertical takeoff, all that kind of stuff. He'll talk more on Thursday about that.
Interesting. I think the next question is like go to market. When did these things? I guess you said maybe you don't have a specific date in head, but when did these things start going to market? You did a case study on the LAPD specifically. Are you talking with police departments right now? Curious with that.
Okay, so the first demo should be done in February. Once the testing is all done, I think we can go into production probably in March. We are talking to a number of organizations right now, governmental organizations. I'm not going to name any cities specifically yet because we haven't signed anything yet, but we are in discussions.
Gotcha. So you guys are actually in discussions with some cities, some local law enforcement or what have you. But one thing I wanted to ask was just around, you mentioned that there was pre-orders, like that's kind of what you guys set up through the website where, certain people can come in and pre-order. Have you seen any orders come in just yet? Is that something you're willing to disclose at this stage?
No, we can disclose. Right now, no, is the simple answer, because we've just come out with it and we just, we were in very stealth mode in terms of not telling too many people. And
Got it.
Coming end of the year, and we thought let's just release the news early January when people are back from the holidays, and it'll be a lot more productive. And also some of the cities and the government departments that we're talking to, a lot of them are not really that responsive during the the holiday season, so it was like pointless. That's why we're waiting till now. And as Josh was mentioning, like holidays are not really sang mode, so I thought we would just refrain and rest up, recharge, and go for it in the first week of January.
Is this the core product? I know, like we've mentioned, we've had so many conversations, and most of it, a lot of it we've talked about this product where you have this drone that can fly forever. You mentioned the video endurance. Is this like the core product you guys have been really focused on?
This is the first core product, but there will be bigger and better products coming later this year. But this will be the first major product that we are delivering, which is completely proprietary from Empulser.
And no one else has something like this?
No one else has something like this.
Can you get a little bit more into details of what this will be used for? We saw a few in the video. You just gave us a few, but maybe give us some more ideas of where this would be applicable.
Yeah, the easiest example would be policing. It would be any kind of like riots, aggravation, violence beforehand. It could be detectives, search and rescue. This will be deployed not just by policing, but also by the fire and the ambulance, and helping search and rescue missions in difficult terrain. And also it helps to reduce the helicopter crew, specifically, let's say for the city of LA. It'll be a great thing to be able to reduce costs and to maybe even mobilize more teams of drones to be able to do this.
And talk maybe a bit about that sales process. So you talk to a city like LA, you say, hey, we can offset, millions of dollars of cost here, have something persistent in the sky all the time. And they say, well, we use drones today. I've seen clips of the LAPD using drones. Do they say, well, hey, yeah, you know what? Next year we're going to do this? Or is it kind of like, yeah, what does that look like for a city like LA? Do they just flick the switch? Do they have to have, in the video you showed, a van with the laser on it? Like,
Yes.
What kind of gear and processes do they need to put in place to support this? Just give us a walkthrough of like that end-to-end sales cycle to when it's, in place.
Okay, so there's two models. Sometimes government departments are not as nimble and agile as private organizations, which is normal. We would try to adapt our solutions to however is workable for them, because ultimately we're a solutions provider and we want to make money, right? So we want to sell our products and solutions. We're not just selling the physical hardware; it's the whole solution combined. If they are willing to do the complete solution, then great. If they're not, then we're willing to do a hybrid solution where, because ultimately the receiver and the transmitter can be attached to other machinery or devices. That's not our preference, because then it's not as efficient because of the design that we do in-house to do so. So that's a conversation that will be entirely on a case-by-case basis.
And can you walk us through? I know you mentioned this is a huge cost savings for government agencies that may choose to use this, or other departments. What does that cost savings actually look like? Like, what are they're already using drones and things of that nature now? What are they saving on?
Okay, great question, Jill. So the real constraint in aero systems right now is power, right? So helicopters is constrained by fuel. Drones are constrained by batteries, and in the Empulser S drone, we're not constrained by anything, right? Nothing. Okay, Roman here. So
Roman with the quick info.
Doesn't allow me to talk. This guy
Couldn't help himself.
What we're saying is like the drones are 6 days airborne, 1 day for maintenance, for example. Helicopters is 4 hours only, right? So the drone would be costing roughly $200,000. A helicopter would cost $7 million upfront, and you need crew. So a lifetime drone fleet will cost about $3 million, and a helicopter fleet with all the crew and everything all combined would be about $1.2 billion, as Roman correctly mentions here. So 5 S drones simultaneously happening using right now would replace 17 helicopters, right? So It's silent, it's autonomous, 0 emissions. I think at the beginning, one of the downsides of this is people still might not be so comfortable with drones running around the city, thinking that, is Big Brother spying on us. So that's one thing that is a potential con. I don't just want to talk about the pros, but like cars when horses were around, like mobile phones replacing the landline, like the internet, like webcams, like cameras, like meta glasses, every new technological advance will take time for people to accept and acknowledge. But once this is done, then people accept it. Like the robots at the beginning, we thought it was a complete scary thing. Now you see a robot on the street, no one's scared anymore, right? And it will continue. So Terminator is coming.
I will ask Roman engineering related questions, but I want to understand the full system here. So we have the ground unit, the laser shooting up to the Fortitude engine, which is on the S drone.
Yes.
And how much of the engineering or like kind of the S drone itself is built out, or is there another provider that specializes in drone development? Like the drone shown here, for instance, like, is that a final product that's been built and engineered, or is that just kind of a concept as the drone itself, and the engine you're focused on?
It will look like this.
Okay, cool.
This is the design.
Like that right there?
Yeah, exactly. Right here, right now.
Okay,
so
cool.
what will happen is it's a combination of our own parts and also parts that we have to buy from third-party suppliers. And some of these third-party suppliers will become partners.
Wow.
And
I
I'm
mean,
trying to.
yeah, go ahead, Don.
I totally interrupted. And I'm trying to picture this, like bring this image to life. So we see right here, there's like some sort of, tanker car, big car riding around with a laser on top that's powering these drones. In a big city with sky rises, like, is it gonna be difficult to get this drone to connect to, or the laser to connect to a drone when there's things blocking it? Like, how does this practically work?
Okay, great question. So first of all, when you see like right now, when you see there in the desert or in the sea, generally when the laser shoots, as long as it's in line of sight, it can charge the drone. Okay. Now, exactly your question. Let's say like New York or LA, which is LA is probably not as dense as New York. Like let's say New York, Hong Kong, where the buildings are very close to each other. What will end up happening is Roman will do a much better job in explaining this. But what will end up happening is you're going to have swarm of drones together that will be able to power one off another. So basically, because ultimately they also need the transmitter also needs to get energy feed from something else, another power source, because we are not an energy creator. We're just an energy transferer. So what that means is, let's say this drone is the main one. We can have smaller drones that end up following it and shooting the laser to power the bigger one. And then the small ones would end up then keep on recycling and energizing each other. And then new drones from the home base will come back to keep charging and then take over.
And these, we Roman and I, so if you want to go watch the last thing with Roman and I, go that. Also, his engineering prowess will be on Thursday talking about this. But to your high level engineering kind of understanding here is the thrust is created through superheating the air, it expanding and going out a nozzle. So it's kind of like a rocket engine in that sense, but it's not a chemical reaction. Versus like, it having an onboard motor like an FPV drone and running like a little electric engine, right? It's the latter. It's the first version.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I would love to talk a bit about the money. That's what the people want, and
we want to know about the money. Yeah.
So where do you expect the money to come from? Is this going to be mainly government contracts? Who is like the buyer? Obviously, you talked about the LAPD a bit, maybe not them specifically, but we've talked about a few different places that this could be applicable. But maybe talk about where the money's coming from. Are these government contracts? Are these private checks? Like, I don't know.
First of all, it'll be mainly government contracts, and it'll be like bigger Fortune 500 kind of companies that need this solutions. And then thereafter, once the technology becomes a lot more well known and accepted, and also we have other products coming not just from the industrial side but also from the consumer side, is when the name becomes a bit more well known and the technology is well accepted and working, then a lot of private companies and in the end, private consumers will be buying the products as well.
Is that what you're spending most of your day-to-day doing right now, is flying around, talking to people and like lining up buyers, or what's your current day-to-day looking like? Because you're all over the place.
So right now, Roman's obviously in charge of the R&D and the production side. We're in the midst of getting the Geneva lab sorted as an upgrade, which we're doing as we speak. I'm doing a lot more of the strategic partnerships in terms of partners that will become partners for us in terms of the suppliers of some of the parts. And then secondly, it's also not just myself. We also have a few other like directors like Tim, who's doing all the Life Finder stuff. And then I'm helping to also get to these government organizations to try to sign up the contracts. Some of them at the beginning may not be face to face, but they're Zoom or like Teams meetings where you keep on pushing forward the process.
And I guess one question that I had was just in reference to some of these conversations that you might have with different government agencies and departments. I mean, what are they most excited about? I mean, you covered the cost earlier, the cost savings. It's about 400x cheaper, this solution. You covered, how this can even work in in a city like New York that's pretty dense with a lot of buildings and things of that nature. What are governments or what are customers really excited about?
The end user, you mean?
Yes.
Of course, because one, obviously cost savings, but two is the effectiveness and efficiency, right? Like I was mentioning before, the helicopter, let's say we're talking about like rescue, right? The pilots or the pilot or previous missions dictate of memory served by a human of how it gets there. With AI enabled, what we're able to do is the recognition of patterns and the behavior will help to become a lot more powerful in terms of prevention. And it's not just reactive, but it ends up becoming proactive and maybe changing behaviors and stopping accidents from happening in the first place. So this is one of the most powerful uses of AI, which we'll make use of. I mean, if you guys remember, Chamath mentioned that refrigeration, the guys who invented refrigeration didn't actually make so much money. The guys who actually ended up making money was Coca-Cola, because they ended up selling the product using refrigeration. Now, AI is obviously very important. We are not an AI company per se, but having power and AI requires a lot of power. What we're able to do is to redefine and solve the power problem. And if you utilize and combine this with AI, this makes it a very, very strong and robust solution that not just a government agency, but any company or even private citizen will be able to make use of at a later stage.
Can we talk more about the feedback you've gotten? Obviously, you've had a lot of these conversations. What's been
Yes.
some of the good, some of the bad? What are they looking for from you guys? What do you need to, I don't know, change or adjust? Can you help me understand that?
Sure. So people keep asking, is anyone else doing this? There are people doing different aspects of what we're doing. No one's doing a combined full solution that we are from an autonomous infrastructure, right? That's one. Two is there's a lot of concern on two things. One is regulation, and then two is safety. So obviously the laser part, which Roman can talk a lot more about, is obviously you can't have laser beams firing off everywhere because that's obviously dangerous. But the RF and the magnetic resonance are safe and already CE compliant. So regulation is important. And this is why when we first of all deal with government agencies, having these conversations, showing them the demonstrations and the safety aspect, getting their blessing and comfort and the license to do so, that will give credibility and comfort to the public that this is possible. So these are the two things. And ultimately what it is similar to AI and robotics, like I said before, which is when people are not aware or know the capabilities of certain products or technology, they tend to be in fear. People are in fear of the unknown. So one of our biggest tasks, at least my job, is that's why I've been so active on social media, is because we need to educate not just the X audience, but it gives me practice to educate everyone involved, from the government agencies to the end users, to investors, and to the partners and the JV guys, because not a lot of people know about this, at least in the mainstream. But this business has been going on for a long time, and hopefully we're the first ones to really take this mainstream so that every Joe Blogs on the street knows about this.
I have oh, sorry, Dom, finish your line of thinking.
Yeah, and is this like a domino effect in your mind? You see, let's say, take the LAPD or any city police department, they use this technology. Does it cause a domino effect where everyone starts adopting it, or how do you like see this playing out in real time? What's your vision maybe for that?
Yes, correct. So, the top few cities we will be aiming for would be LA, New York, Tokyo, Dubai, London, maybe even Hong Kong, where they're very dense cities that need more monitoring, more help with lesser costs, because we're always complaining inflation, police, they don't have enough money. So we're offering a solution that which is relatively much cheaper, that will be able to help these departments, right? Now, once you've closed one contract, the second, third, fourth will be much easier, because then say, hey, LA's doing it, then there's a lot more comfort that somebody's doing it. So our greatest difficulty at the beginning will definitely be getting the first contract, because no one wants to be the first guinea pig.
On that, what does a contract size look like? Maybe from an from an initial contract size to then what it would scale out to full in scale service.
Hopefully from what we want, I mean, obviously they might want to just test one set of drones, one team of drones. Ultimately, if we're able to do it, we will be charging like a few million a year contracts per city.
Okay, so per contract, a few million for like a initial kind of testing and kind of piloting, let's say pilot program.
Correct. And obviously, if we're able to conduct more cities and more departments, we're able to like lower the costs and get more and more customers involved. And hopefully, I mean, imagine we don't even charge that much and we just end up being in every single city or little town in America.
Yeah. And
I mean, it would be huge.
Yeah, I mean, it would be massive,
little
bit massive.
A little bit massive.
So, I guess what I was going to say is like this video right here showing this laser system on a truck. The drone you said is in various stages, or it's being built, or it's been built. I'm just trying to understand like how, if I were LA today and I said, yes, Patrick, we love this, I want to do a pilot, when's the earliest I would have the hardware physically arriving to actually implement and test this out?
So basically, we're already in the process of building it. The first demo, real one ready, will probably be in February.
Nice.
I don't know what the time is exactly. Let's say the LAPD, for example, orders it, like when can we actually deliver 10, 20 drones to them? I don't know the answer to that. That's a question that Roman will probably be in a better position to answer. But
would you guys have to scale up operations if that happens? Hey, we want 10.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
One of the other expansion plans and the busyness for 2026, which is less traveling, is we need to like up the game in terms of people and also the lab space and also the partners in order to to produce the products.
I want to touch on that a little bit. You guys have secured some really, really big partnerships already to date. Maybe talk a bit about partnerships you've secured to date, and then how you plan on expanding, or what your thoughts are there, who you've been talking to, just anything to give us a fuller picture.
So right now, the only one I can really disclose is LifeFinder officially. And then secondly is we have a few professors and doctors who are consultants and working with us. In terms of the companies that we're signing with, we're going to have more news in January. And one of the big missions for me in January is to go to the US and seal this deal that we will announce again, hopefully exclusively on MCG Live.
Ooh, so there's something cooking in the US here.
Correct.
The firm that was doing the Massimo, I forgot it again, the name, Massimo. I believe. Are they working on the components for this product, or is that for something else?
That's for Fortitude and other parts. Yes.
Got it. Okay.
Interesting. Going back to something you said during the video, you said obviously these are endurance drones. They last for a long time. I think you said ideally they'll go 6 days up and then 1 day down for maintenance, and that's what a full week looks like. Correct.
Yes.
Okay. And so if they wanted to be, I mean, I'm not sure what situation you would need drones up for more than that, but like what happens if someone wants a drone up for, 14 days straight? I think you have even mentioned you guys would really like.
You just have 2 teams or 3 teams.
Okay. So you take down one drone and 2 others go up.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
It depends on what it ultimately at the end, the government department, let's say LAPD, they will have to decide what they want to do. We're not going to tell them what to do, right? Obviously. So if they want 10 drones, 20 drones patrolling 24/7, 365 days a year, we will do that for them.
Yeah.
But it won't be a day off because we can't do it. It's just a matter of capital. If they pay us enough, then we'll make it happen.
And what we see around the world now is there's drone teams are kind of meshed together and are flying these things concurrently. So they might have like a spotter drone in, and then they have like 3 or 4 drones, some of them sitting by like a roadside, for instance, waiting for something to happen. Then they fly up and go do something.
Exactly.
But this is just like how we see it, not even, I won't say the applications that these are being used in, but in various different applications, it's like we're going to a future where drone persistence is going to be 24/7, 365 coverage. And the feeds and the data coming in is going to flip through, and it's going to be piloted by AI, and it's just going to be consistent, persistent drones all the time. That's just the future.
I would just like say, kind of condense today's chat, right? So imagine Empulser is the grid, the S-drone is the light bulb, and AI is the smart switch. That's how the layers are for what we're trying to do here.
That makes sense. Also talking about as we go to market here, the products are in the final stages of being ready to release. Maybe some already. I'm not sure exactly where all of them are. You have 6 products. As we go to market here, hopefully we're expecting some inbound demand, and you guys are thinking about scaling up. Are you planning on doing rounds, raising more money? Like, is that something you guys have thought about internally? I remember our first discussion, you said we're not like, we don't need money. We have plenty of funding, but obviously the more money helps always. So maybe thoughts there.
Yeah, I think right now we are not planning for the time being. We're always open because if certain orders come in and we need to do it, then we might need bigger space, more people, more equipment, and so forth. But if we play our cards right, we should be able to get the orders in, and that will have a lot of cash flow coming in, and then we don't really need to raise any more funding. 26 is a big build year for us.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, ideally, you retain as much equity as possible. So, that's the goal. All right. Well, that's a lot of cool stuff, Patrick. Every time you come on here, we get some pretty interesting conversations going. So, I don't know, Josh or Chill, you guys have anything left? I think we kind of covered this update.
No, I think we covered it really well. I mean, look, congrats on the progress made so far. Huge start to 2026. I think you timed it perfectly. Wrapping up the holidays and bringing this out at the beginning of the new year. So appreciate you coming on as always, Patrick. It's always a pleasure.
Maybe before you leave, Patrick, I want to just give you the floor. I don't know if there's anything else you want to talk about, but final thoughts. And yes, as Chill mentioned, really appreciate it. We enjoy these conversations as always.
Love you guys very much. I'm just going to close off with this line, which is AI will be everywhere. Power will decide who wins. Empulser solves power permanently.
Banger. Mic drop, and he can just leave. No, I actually, what was I going to say too? And I forgot.
Nothing to say after that.
Nothing to say. Yeah.
Mic
Once you mic drop, you just got to do it.
Yeah.
But
love it, Patrick. Thank you.
Guys,
Yeah,
good
Patrick.
night and Happy New Year. Wish everyone listening and catching up later a very happy new year. 2026 will be very peaceful, prosperous, and hope everyone's happy and make as much money as possible.
Love it. Right. Don't worry, we'll squeeze the alpha. We'll squeeze the alpha out of Roman.
Yeah, please do squeeze more about him. Give me an easier ride.
Yeah.
Right. I do remember what I was gonna say, and,
Okay.
and I'm sure you're aware of this, Patrick. But like the people here listening, they're so concerned with financials, money. Are we getting contracts in? Are we signing deals? Is the business growing? Are we headed in the right direction?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you have anything on that. Again, like we're about to get into the go-to-market stage, into the acceleration stage. You said 2026 is a big building year. But I don't know. I think from our perspective as investors and a lot of the people listening to it, like that's something we're very keen to see is the product come to life and the some contracts starting to get signed. So like, I don't know if there's a timeline or anything you want to say on that.
There is, sure. If you guys looked at the X account of Empulser, the official account, I think it was the last day of the year, should be the 31st of December. I think it's pinned now. And we've done this kind of like summary of what's happened since we started. And it tells you like who we are, what we've done. And then we've kind of like put in like different interviews from Empulser, from Meteora, MetDabi and different things and the product. And what we've decided to do is, to answer your question directly, is every month, at the end of the month, we'll do a summary, and that will also include the contracts, the financials, and some of the stuff that a lot of people would be interested in. So be patient. We just need January to get these orders and contracts signed. And once we do have news, one is we'll be tweeting it, and two is every month we'll have a nice summary like what you're showing here on the screen. And then some people, instead of being DGen people just scrolling nonstop for news, this is a good summary for people to know what we're doing and who we are.
That's great. I think the question is, how can we properly value this company? And that's what we're always trying to find on this show, and what everyone that's investing is trying to find. So having like a financial review monthly is that's a nice gesture.
We will try to do that. I think also another more, I think we have spoken about this offline, which is hopefully myself can help, which is, I think, I've been in TradFi for such a long time where I know back to front how to value companies and where the trends and how to make money from investment, right? Now, what we're doing here in the ICM Launchpad, which is a relatively new thing, or the concept to me is actually quite an old concept, but it hasn't been done successfully yet. I keep regurgitating what I keep saying, which is there has to be a day where people from the Web3 space, can they actually understand how you value a Web2, a traditional investment company, right? And what you see on ICM now is not a proper reflection of how the business really is. And that's something that needs a bit of education, because a lot of people who are in, for example, crypto and ICM, they might not be in the traditional finance sector that I have been. So their training and their knowledge and exposure to what traditional finance, looking at the balance sheet, the P&L, how the numbers work, and then especially if you go capital markets to Wall Street, the valuations has different ways of valuing the companies and models. Whereas in the crypto world, it's all about, hey, it's worth $5 now, it's going down, it's going up, and people don't really understand how making money in the real world, how does that reflect into your price? And that's something that needs a bit of education and discussion.
Yeah, we totally agree. Nonetheless, it's fun to speculate, and this is one that we're enjoying speculating on. So, Patrick, as always, it's a pleasure. We got Roman coming on Thursday, as he just said.
Yes.
Looking forward to that conversation. So we'll squeeze him for all the alpha.
Yeah, guys, make sure you hit up MCG with questions too that you want answered. Please message us. We'd love to see them. I know Moru too is also in Japan and is deeply excited about what you're doing. I've seen his threads as well.
Maru too is a big fan. Shout out to you. We would love to get NTT Mitsubishi, or if you have any leads in Japan that you want to get involved with us, please DM Roman or I or MCG. We'll be very happy to have a conversation, Maru, too.
Yes, yeah, the token holder sales force is real. It can be real. So hopefully it bears fruit.
Of course.
Sang mode.
Sang mode.
Thanks, Jill. Thanks, Dom. Thanks, Josh. We'll see you very soon. And be safe, everyone. Make more money.
Go.
Take care.
Let's go.
Thanks, Patrick.
See you, Patrick.